If you're over 45 and you've been feeling more tired, weaker, or less energetic lately, it might not be your age. It could be the foods you're eating every single day, because some foods that seem healthy can actually drain your energy, slow your metabolism, and accelerate aging, while others can help you feel stronger, sharper, and more energized, even in your 50s, 60s, or beyond. In this video, I'll show you the 10 healthiest foods for people over 45, foods that support strength, brain health, heart health, and long-term vitality. And make sure you stay until the end, because the last one on this list is one of the most powerful and most misunderstood foods for longevity. People often ask me, I have headaches, what food should I eat? Or, my blood pressure is high, what should I eat? Food is not medicine. Food provides what your body needs so it can heal, regulate, and function properly on its own. We must move away from the idea of superfoods that magically fix problems. Some foods are incredibly nutritious, yes, but your body thrives when different foods work together, supplying building blocks, vitamins, minerals, and natural catalysts every day. Another important warning before we start: just because something is labeled natural does not mean it is healthy. Many so-called natural foods are still highly processed. Always focus on whole, minimally processed foods that resemble what nature originally created. The first category is non-starchy vegetables. These include leafy greens such as lettuce, spinach, kale, and similar plants. They are extremely rich in vitamins, minerals, and fiber, while remaining very low in sugar, starch, and overall carbohydrates. Vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and similar varieties are also excellent. They are not leafy, but they still provide powerful nutrients without raising blood sugar. These foods can be eaten freely as the foundation of a healthy diet. When choosing vegetables, learn which contain low net carbohydrates. Some vegetables appear high in carbs, but most of that is fiber, which does not spike blood sugar. These vegetables nourish your body without stressing your metabolism. The second category is fruit, with an emphasis on berries. Fruit today is very different from what humans ate historically. Our ancestors had small, seasonal, sour fruits. Today's fruits are large, sweet, and available year-round. Because of that, fruit can provide more sugar than the body needs long-term. This does not mean you must avoid fruit completely, but moderation is essential, especially if you care about insulin, weight, and metabolic health. Berries are the best option because they are lower in sugar, higher in fiber, and packed with antioxidants. Strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and blueberries provide nutrients without overwhelming your system with excessive sugar. Enjoy fruit as a complement, not a foundation. A small portion can support health, but constant large servings of sweet fruit may quietly undermine your progress over time. The third category is animal protein. This includes beef, chicken, pork, lamb, fish, and wild game. Animal proteins provide a complete spectrum of essential amino acids and nutrients that are difficult to obtain in sufficient amounts from plant sources alone. Humans can survive and thrive on animal protein for long periods, whereas most other foods cannot sustain health by themselves. Fatty fish such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel are especially valuable due to their omega-3 content. However, the health of the animal matters. You are only as healthy as what the animal consumed. Grain-fed animals produce meat with imbalanced fats. Grass-fed or naturally raised animals offer better nutritional profiles and healthier fat ratios. Whenever possible, choose grass-fed beef and wild-caught fish. These choices support your cardiovascular system, joints, brain, and long-term vitality more effectively than highly processed or industrially raised alternatives. The fourth category is eggs. Eggs are one of the most complete natural foods available when they come from healthy animals. A properly raised hen produces eggs that are rich in vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, and high-quality protein. What matters most is how the chicken was raised. Chickens that roam freely, eat insects, grass, and seeds, and live without stress produce eggs with deep orange yolks and significantly higher nutritional value. Mass-produced eggs from stressed, confined animals are often pale, less nutritious, and sometimes contaminated. Look for pasture-raised eggs, not simply cage-free or pasteurized. The yolk color often reveals the quality. High-quality eggs support muscle, brain function, hormonal balance, and cellular repair, making them especially important as we age and seek to preserve strength and mental clarity. The fifth category is healthy fats and oils. Fat has been misunderstood for decades. Body fat does not come from eating fat. It is stored due to insulin responses triggered by sugar, refined carbohydrates, and highly processed foods. When fats are consumed in their natural form and within a low insulin lifestyle, they become powerful allies for energy, brain health, and hormone production. Quality and processing matter far more than quantity. Excellent choices include grass-fed butter, organic coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, and clean MCT oil. Traditional fats such as beef tallow and lard can also be healthy when sourced from properly raised animals. Because toxins and pesticides concentrate in fat, always choose organic, clean sources whenever possible. Paying slightly more for high-quality fats protects your long-term health far more than saving a few dollars today. The sixth category is nuts. Nuts are nutrient-dense and rich in healthy fats, fiber, and protein, but they should not become the foundation of your diet. They are best used as a complement, not a primary food source. The healthiest nuts are those that taste good raw, are low in carbohydrates, and high in fats. Macadamia nuts, walnuts, pecans, and almonds meet these criteria and provide valuable nutrients without spiking blood sugar. Nuts also contain fiber and micronutrients that support digestion, cardiovascular health, and satiety. A small portion can be incredibly satisfying and prevent unnecessary snacking later in the day. The seventh category is seeds, which differ from nuts in how they are typically consumed. Seeds such as chia, flax, hemp, and pumpkin are rich in fiber, healthy fats, and plant-based protein while remaining very low in net carbohydrates. Seeds are not usually eaten by the handful. They are better added to yogurt, smoothies, soups, or baked foods at low heat. They provide concentrated nutrition without adding sugar or processed ingredients. Chia and flax are particularly high in plant-based omega-3s. While these are not as directly usable as fish-based omega-3s, they still support cardiovascular health, digestion, and inflammation control when consumed regularly. The eighth category is avocado. While not a superfood, avocado is exceptional in its balance of healthy fats, low carbohydrates, fiber, and natural creaminess. It can be eaten raw, cooked, blended, or incorporated into countless meals. Avocado supports metabolic health, satiety, and long-lasting energy. Because it is high in fat and low in protein and sugar, it fits well into fasting mimicking or low-carbohydrate lifestyles. Few foods combine taste, texture, and nutrition as effectively as avocado. It is satisfying enough to reduce cravings while providing your body with essential fatty acids and minerals. The ninth category is root vegetables such as sweet potatoes, carrots, turnips, parsnips, and similar underground foods. These are starch-rich energy stores for plants and should be consumed strategically rather than daily. If you are insulin resistant, overweight, or following a very low carbohydrate lifestyle, these foods should be limited. However, for metabolically healthy individuals, they can be valuable sources of clean carbohydrates. Root vegetables provide energy without the inflammatory effects of grains and processed starches. They work well in soups, stews, or occasional carbohydrate cycling for those who are physically active or maintaining a healthy weight. The 10th category is herbs and spices. Garlic, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, parsley, cilantro, rosemary, and similar ingredients provide powerful micronutrients without adding calories, sugar, or processed compounds. While they are not medicines, many herbs have natural anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and digestive support properties. They enhance flavor while quietly supporting immune function, gut health, and cellular repair. Rather than treating herbs as drugs, incorporate them consistently into meals. Their long-term benefits come from regular exposure in a balanced diet, not from extreme or medicinal use. Here is a small bonus. We all deserve a treat occasionally. Chocolate often comes up in health discussions, but there is a major difference between milk chocolate and dark chocolate. The benefits come from cacao, not sugar. Dark chocolate with 78 to 85% cacao contains significantly less sugar and far more antioxidants, fiber, and minerals than conventional chocolate. One or two small pieces provide satisfaction without destabilizing blood sugar. Over time, as your taste adapts to real food, darker chocolate becomes more enjoyable and less likely to trigger overconsumption. If you focus on whole foods, natural fats, clean proteins, and low-sugar plants, you give your body everything it needs to stay strong, mobile, and independent as you age. If you found this helpful, like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Golden Years Wisdom. I'll see you in the next video.